Everybody. Nice to see you here. Before we even say the word Shabbat Shalom and head into the Shabbat, maybe just before the sanctity, just have to make the clear announcement, if you don't know, that the Miami Hurricanes are in the national championship game here. And so to separate between the secular and the holy, or maybe the holy and the holy, I don't really know. But just to kick things off, I am wearing Miami Hurricanes tie. If you cannot see the orange and green beautiful colors that match my suit imperfectly for you to...
You should have kept the hat on.
Yeah, I had the hat in my office the whole day. If you choose to watch the Shabbat message, there's a lot of Miami in the Shabbat message. So if you are not a Miami Hurricanes fan, by the way, thank you for coming. And you can do Shabbat at your house and or watch us on Zoom. So, yeah. That's the whole service, actually, we have for you. There's actually nothing else we're doing. I just wanted you to soak in the moment of the Miami Hurricanes returning to the national championship game. Last time they played was 2002 was the last time they played at the Fiesta Bowl. And now we have triumphed the Fiesta Bowl, and now coming home. We want to thank you also, lastly, as a collective, for purchasing tickets for both the Cantor and myself to attend the game. The game we hear for the nosebleed, really bad tickets, we hear are just under 4,000 each. So thank you for elevating that number for us and getting those box seats for the two of us. It's amazing. Cantor is actually an alum, and I am just a fan from birth, and so thank you in advance for the purchase. Switching now into some Shabbat sanctity. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Very happy that you're here with us on this Erev Shabbat. If you don't know, that's Cantor Muchnick, and I'm Rabbi Keller. And if you do need to find your Siddur, it's right under your seat. So you can reach right under there. It should be there if you don't have one already. And make sure, well, it probably says Shabbat on it. So just make sure the spine says Shabbat on it, right under the chair. And that way we can pray along and sing along and chant along. In a moment, we're going to be inviting Mia Tankus to join us and some Tankus family. She'll be coming about mitzvah tomorrow in this very room at 10 a.m., so we're very excited. She'll be family will be helping to light Shabbat candles, and then Mia's going to actually chant Kiddush for us also tonight, so we're very excited for her to be here. If you want more Mia Tankus time, like I said, tomorrow at 10 o'clock, she's available. The other part of our service is starting really once we start with the Shema tonight, and then moving forward to the rest of the service. we're going to be dedicating the service mostly through our music to Debbie Friedman, because this is her yortzeit, actually. So she passed on the 9th of January in 2011, and so we are going to be honoring her memory with almost all the music tonight, like I said, particularly from Shema and forward with the music of Debbie Friedman. And if you don't know her, Debbie Friedman really transformed connections to liturgy into music and music into liturgy, particularly transforming Jewish Reform summer camps and conservative summer camps, forever changing them dramatically, so much so that even though she was not ordained, the School of Sacred Music, the cantorial program at HUC at the Reform Seminary, changed the name of the seminary to her name, and so it is actually called the Debbie Friedman School of Music. So that was her significant contribution to the Reformed Jewish music world. Even right, because when you went to school, it wasn't the Debbie Friedman School, and so after her passing, they dedicated it. So you'll be hearing probably a lot of music that you probably know, and if not, once again, you'll know, because anything following Shema will be the music of Debbie Friedman. So those are all of the announcements for you and connections for us to make throughout Shabbat. We're going to invite the Tankus family up to join us now, and you can turn to page 2. Page 2 in your Siddur.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us.
As their brightness reminds us of the generation of Israel, who have kindled the light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'haner Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu le'hadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Now that our Shabbat candles are lit, we are now amidst the beautiful hours we have together of Shabbat, and we're going to sweeten that time now with the words of Kiddush, which can be found in your Siddurim on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'ahava uvratzon, hinchil lanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reishi, ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'e kodesh, zecher l'tziyat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'harta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, ve'shabbat kodshecha, ve'ahava uvratzon, henchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat.
With our candles lit and the taste of the sweetness of Shabbat on our lips, we officially enter into the space of Kabbalat Shabbat, the space of welcoming in the Sabbath bride into our midst. The idea that these 25 hours can be lifted in so many ways for us with the presence of this bride, spending the time with us, these 25 hours. Our rest can be a little bit better, a little bit deeper. Our challah can taste even a little bit better. Our relationships can be stronger. Our conversations can be better. And so Shabbat gives us this gift every single week. The rabbis actually believed that Shabbat is 1/60th of what Eden might have been like. As if we are in the Garden of Eden, 1/60th of that presence. And so we should always take that time and appreciate these 25 hours that we have, this connective time, a gift that we get every single week, no matter what. We enter this space and we appreciate the Shabbat bride through the words mostly of the crown jewel, if you will, of Kabbalat Shabbat, of Lecha Dodi. So you can start to turn to page 20 and 21 as we will be welcoming that bride momentarily. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. When we get to 9, we'll be standing and officially welcoming in that bride. Again, 20, 21, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9.
Shame, Tiferet, Velitim.
Please be seated. We transition now from Kabbalat Shabbat into the rest of our service with Chatzi Kaddish that can be found on page 26.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבם, בלמד יברח ירצה וימליך מלכותה, בחייכון ויומייכון חיי דכל בית ישראל, בגלה בגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו, אמן. יהי שמי רבם מבורך לעולם לעולמי יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, מתפאר מתרומם מתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לילה, מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, Damiran be'alma ve'imeru. Amen.
Continue now with the Baruch Hu on page 28. Together we stand. Thanking God for making night on page 30. Let's read together at the bottom of the page in the English. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opening the gates, thoughtfully alters time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars on their heavenly courses according to plan. You are a creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tzevaot is your name. Ever-living God, you are reign continually over us into eternity. Blessed are you, Adonai, who brings on the evening. Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim. Continue, page 34, 35. continue on page 36.
And you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you lie down, and when you lie down, and you shall bind them for a sign upon your head, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house, and upon your gates, and upon your gates, and you shall remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
We continue now together at the top of page 39. Let's read that paragraph together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before we ever stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt. There's a better place, a promised land. That the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. Micha Mocha on page 40. ונאמר כי פדה אדוני את יעקב, גואלו מעל חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Let's read together in the English on the top of page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts. They may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים. Just on that same page on 42, we continue with Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoeinu lechayim ushalom be'ata Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'amidenu shomreinu lechayim. Ushmor tzeiteinu uvoeinu lechayim ushalom be'ata Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom ve'amidenu shomreinu lechayim.
Continue now with the Amidah. Can be found on page 46 in your Sidurim, and together we stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftachu fi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Ha'gibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'Koneh HaKol V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot U'Mevii Geula Livnei B'neihem Le'man Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen Baruch Atah Adonai Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav Le'Hoshia Mashiv Ruach U'Morida Kashem Mechakel Chaim Bechesed Mechayeh HaKol Berachamim Rabim Tzomech Noflim V'Rofei Cholim U'Matir Asurim U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot U'Mido Melach מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We take some time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, meditations, and reflections, beginning here on page 52 through page 62. Whenever you're finished, please be seated. We're on page 60.
עושה שלום
62. 62.
הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו הוא
That's fun. You do it faster?
Yes, I can.
It's like that's like the favorite at Jewish summer camp because, they start really slowly and then the kids all start screaming and then you go faster and faster. No one? Okay, great. That was just me thinking about that. So this week we start a new book of the Torah, the book of Shemot, the second of the 5 books for us this week. And it's an enormous portion. So much ground gets covered in this Torah portion. In fact, it's like the birth story. Actually, we get the connection of Pharaoh and how bad this Pharaoh is and the difference between this Pharaoh and the Pharaoh that ends the first book of the Torah. And then we really get almost the entire story of Passover happens in this week's Torah portion. So it's this week's Torah portion, and next week's Torah portion starts the plagues. So the whole thing. So shout out to me if you know something about the Passover story, about how it starts. Anything?
I know.
Someone other than the cantor. Now, there's also another rabbi in the room in the back. So rabbi also doesn't think to play this game. Thank you, Rabbi Greenberg. Okay, thank you. So, yes.
Where do you want to start?
I don't know, just start from the beginning. We're in from the beginning of the story.
Made them all slaves, and they were building his pyramids and things. And then he wanted to kill the firstborn.
Nice. All right, good. Great. So that's in this week's Torah portion. Any other things with the thing? And what? Yes. Anyone know, like, Moses is a big person, Moses is a little person? What did we know? Yes. Yes, it puts in the basket. Yes, the baby goes in the basket. Who's the baby in the basket? Thank you very much. And then where does the basket go? Into the river Nile. Good, excellent. And then sails down the thing. Great. And so who picks up the basket? Pharaoh's daughter. Good job. And then he grows up. Where does he grow up? In the palace. Good job. Okay. And then he sort of wanders. He grows up and he wanders among the Israelites. And this is where I want to pick up with you. I just summarized most of the Torah portion in that one moment. You'll join us tomorrow morning, by the way, for Torah study. We'll do a more extensive look. So we begin with Shemot, and in that one part. So before we get to like liberation stories and plagues and miracles and the parting of the sea, which is not for a couple of weeks, the Torah starts with another interesting moment that maybe helps to define Moses for us, maybe in a good way or in a bad way. So the Torah tells us that Moses, it says in the text, goes out to his people, it says. Sees an Egyptian striking a Hebrew slave and is moved to intervene. He's pulled to intervene. And our tradition lingers on a particular verb. There's a particular word in there, which we'll look at a little more tomorrow, to strike. The text says to strike. So it lingers on the verb strike, a word that can also, by the way, same verb, same structure, strike and or lift. Same verb. So this is what the text points us to. Strike or lift. And so he wanders out and he notices that this Egyptian is striking the Hebrew. And the sages teach that harm doesn't begin with the first blow, meaning that couldn't have been just the first time. Harm begins earlier. That's in the willingness to raise one's hands against someone else. And so that's what the text says. Clearly, they were beating these Israelites because it was in them to do so. And so it's a remarkable lesson about sort of moral sensitivity, because Judaism invites us not only to refrain from wrongdoing, but also to play off of this verb of striking and raising our hand or lifting. Because raising your hand can be to strike, or raising your hand can also be to suggest something, or lift someone up, or lift something up. And so we're going to play off of this striking, hand rising concept for, I don't know, the next 45 or 50 minutes of my, just want to see if you're paying attention. So Reform Judaism expands this vision by reminding us that mitzvot are not simply restraints that prevent us from doing bad, but they're opportunities to actively do something good. Mitzvot ask us to participate in the work of Tikkun Olam and to repair and to do all these things. And it leads us to an equally powerful thought, this idea of playing off of the same verb of striking or raising, that if a hand raised in anger can signal the beginning of harm, then a hand raised in kindness can signal the beginning of something beautiful and something warm and something lovely and something healing and building and comforting. And so that hand can then restore something, playing off of the same verb. Are we building ourselves on this verb to strike? Is that how we're building ourselves? It's a secular new year. So are we building the new year to play off the verb and think, yes, let's strike something. Let's use the arm raised and use a fist, or are we raising our arms up to do something else, to help the vulnerable, to lift up the fallen, to prepare food? I think this doesn't fit any better in our timeline at CBI in this moment, because we have a chance on Sunday to play off of this moment, literally from the text, because Sunday is Mitzvah Day here at CBI. And so it is a day when these teachings, actually from the text, become tangible. Are we going to ignore the possibility of using our hands in a good way and just being like, I don't have to do this? Or even worse, show up and not be into it. Maybe even be frustrated that we have to show up. Let's not do that. This is where this moment becomes really available for us to act. So Mitzvah Day is a reminder that Torah does not only live in scrolls, it also lives in our rolled up sleeves. It lives in bags of groceries and blankets that we prepare, in hygiene kits, in moments that we have our religious school kids helping. And it is one thing to pray for a world that's just, and it's another to actually participate in it. And so Moses maybe is bringing this moment that he takes action. And by the way, he'll be criticized throughout the text about this raising of his arm. It'll come back to haunt him in some way. But we have to decide, how was he striking? What was the strike for? Was it just simply a strike, or was it a strike and raising his hand to say, no, we have to take action, not physical, hurtful action, but action that can actually make a difference? And so while Mitzvah Day is a moment of collective action, the deeper challenge that all of us will have to carry is its spirit and the idea that we do throughout the year. One thing I love about Mitzvah Day, by the way, is that it's Mitzvah Day. We all come together, and it's fun, and there are bagels, and it's outside, and the weather's usually good. The other thing I don't like about Mitzvah Day is that we call it Mitzvah Day, which makes it seem like you only get to do this one time a year. Ooh, yes, I did it. Check. I'm Jewish. I did a mitzvah. Which isn't even the right phrase anyway, because a mitzvah is a commandment. So while I love Mitzvah Day, it reminds us that Mitzvah Days can happen all the time. And so in Shemot, Moses' first act is not speech. It's not a vision. It's not a song. It's not that moment with the staff up in the air. It's not even that. It is actually an intervention. That's the first moment. That's how we meet Moses, really, as a Jew, is in this intervening moment. He sees oppression, and he refuses to be a bystander. So can we do that not just on Mitzvah Day? Can we be the people who see oppression and not be the bystander? Our tradition calls us to do that all the time, not just on Mitzvah Day. And so this week, may we raise our hands not for harm, playing on that verb, but for blessing, not for power, but for justice, not for indifference, but for compassion. And may the work of our hands on Sunday and always help bring dignity and healing into our world. Shabbat Shalom. We are going to think of those in our community who are in need of healing, a physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. We're going to share these names with you right now. We'll also have an opportunity for people to share names also, as we always do. And then we're just going to continue with Mishaberach. But to remind you, the Mishaberach that we always do, and particularly tonight, is the Mishaberach of Debbie Friedman, particularly. So we think of Lillian Angel, Azrael Ben Avraham, Emma Burla, Arlene Bessner, Gary Bendel, Tori Bendel, Terry Barbaro, Mitchell Danziger, Phyllis Eisenberg, Stuart Eisenberg, Danny Adui, Judy Federer, Mitchell Mitch Fine, Pam Fitzwater, Stuart Fruman, Amy Golden, Susan Goodhart, Harold Lipsitz, Ethel Kapner, Naomi Kirstein, Gail Medoff, Michael Medoff, London Mitchell, Jennifer Marie Salad, Joshua Levi Salad, David Schwartz, Peter Semin, Rosemary Shore, Howard Silvestri, Carl Smith, David Swerdloff, Michael Zoll. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to add at this time. Again, the words and music of Debbie Friedman, Mishaberach 253 in your Sidurim, 253. Some announcements for us on this Erev Shabbat. Of course, Mazel Tov for the Tankus family. Ooh, Mia Bat Mitzvah tomorrow, 10 a.m. We like to say it's 10 o'clock, so it's not that far from now. Just stay, and then you'll be able to celebrate with her. The oneg is huge today, so there's a lot of, like, eat up, have some coffee, we can hang out together. Kendra has a great couch. He does have a great couch.
I do have a
He has a great couch. And then you can hang out. So, as of today, our Rosenthal Speaker Series presents Jason Alexander Live on March 7th at 8 p.m. Tickets are now on sale for members and open for the community guests on Monday. From iconic films like Pretty Woman to the hit series Seinfeld, Jason Alexander's versatile, it's a very big word for me this late in the evening, career has made him a beloved figure across generations. You can purchase tickets through the link, cbiboca.org. So he is coming, Jason Alexander. Have you seen Pretty Woman?
Just a couple times.
Have you seen Seinfeld?
Yes.
Great. Mitzvah Day, as you heard, is around the corner. It is on the 11th. It is on Sunday. It is at 9 a.m. All are invited to attend our 33rd annual uplifting event. Please come and join us. Backed by popular demand, Rabbi David Greenberg, as I mentioned before, sitting in the back there, will be teaching a new series starting on the 14th of January, 2:30, 3 parts. And it's really about like identity and relationship and peoplehood and connection to Israel. And so you should come. It's going to be a great class. What else? Anything else you want me to say? Love that. Okay. Thank you. It's going to be great. The interfaith service is around the corner, so starting on Friday the 16th, join us for Chardonnay Shabbat here with members of Ebenezer Baptist Church who will be here as well as our adult choir. And then on Sunday of the same weekend, at 10 a.m., you're invited to the interfaith service at the church featuring the adult choir there and the adult choir here. The date in the middle, which is the 17th of January. Note there is no 8:30 service. There's no 8:30 service on that morning. There's a 10 and there's a 12, but no 8:30. All right. Join the Brotherhood for Tap In with the Bros on Wednesday, the 21st of January, 6:30 p.m. And it is official. The Purim Spiel is coming on, yes. And so the theme name has finally been chosen.
It's Purim. A spiel as old as time. Disney. A spiel as old as time. A spiel as old as rhyme. That went over well.
Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, we can't figure out the title.
Yeah.
We're going to ask at Oneg, by the way, if you have a better title for the name of the Purim Spiel. And if you have the best choice, you get 2 cookies, not just 1 cookie. We can't figure out the name of the, I don't know, it didn't work. People were like, what? I don't know. It's the Purim Spiel is the Disney theme. We're done. No, it's not Disney Shabbat. The Purim Spiel is Disney. But it's also like, go on and explain a little bit. Go ahead.
It's Disney.
Remember how Letterman used to throw the things through and he used to make the glass crack of his like cards? I feel like I need one of those like things like. We're going to begin to conclude our service. Aleinu is on page 282 in your Sidurim, 282, and together we stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו ככל המונם, ואנחנו משחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Prior to mentioning anyone in the period of Shiva or Shloshim, we want to mention the passing of Martin Shear. Martin was the father of Lisa Statler, wife of Neil Statler. And so that service will take place on Sunday, this coming Sunday. Also mentioning in the period of Shloshim, the immediate 30-day mourning period, Edwin Lurie, Craig Prandini, and Jordan Sull. And our yortzais that occur for us this week, Hal Byrne, Ida Bergman, Nancy Klotz, Ann Cook, Terry Gale, Dubov Richmond, Anna Frank, Ellen Gentile, Stanley Ginsberg, Sheldon Golub, Larry Grossman, Alfred Isaac Hazan, Jenny Azaria Hazan, Ellen Hirschman, Max Calvorts, Heather Carlin, Charlotte Litvak, William Litvak, Milton Mintz, Louis Reiser, Jay Ring, Herman Rosen, Sarah Rosenberg, Stephen M. Rothenberg, David Shaw, Eleanor Siegel, Gary Sobel, Gertrude Sonnenstein, Howard Springer, Arnold Watts, Sylvia Wendrow, Jeanette Wertheimer, Rose Zoll. To those names, we had any name that you'd like to mention at this time. Kadisha Tom Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294. Yitkada v'yikada shemei rabba, v'alma divrach riruteh, v'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, b'gala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Shemei rabba mevorach leolam olmei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yipara v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitada v'yitale v'yitala shmei l'kudesha b'richu, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, as together we say amen. Please be seated. If you are under the age of bar and bat mitzvah, and you want to join us for a little motzi up here, please join us. Come on down. Your last chance. Papa. Just made it. Oh, here we go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
We conclude our service on this Erev Shabbat with Tfilat Haderech. If you want to follow along with us, that is on page 345 in your Siddur, 345.
May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our
May God give strength unto our people. Continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom.